Okay, so this is going to be just one example for graphing a system of inequalities. Again, I don't have a lesson prepared. That is my mistake. I thought I had it. I obviously didn't. I will have quiz questions prepared for tomorrow. So here's just one example of something that you will come across. So this one is a system that's already graphed. You might be asked to actually graph them. You have Desmos, you plug them in. So similar to what we've been doing, it's just going to have more than one conic in it. So maybe you have a circle and a parabola, or some type of combination of your conics. So in this case, it's saying which system of inequalities has a solution set shown in the graph. So I need to figure out which one of these matches these two graphs. So first thing I would do is I would look at the vertex of each one. This one opens up and down, so this would be a y=1. My vertex for this is going to be 0, 1. So if I was to look at the graph for this one, or what this would look like, I would have some y minus h is equal to some x minus h squared. And so if I look here, I would plug in, then I would have y minus 1 is equal to some x minus 0 squared. Remember my h and my k value. And then I have, this can be brought over to a positive, to have y is equal to, and this would be x squared plus 1. So you can see that it's going to be this equation right here. Now I know this is equal to, so that's just because I don't know, is it going to be greater than or less than? So I'm just doing a general form right now. So I know it's not going to be either one of those graphs. This graph right here, I know it has to be one of these two, and I could quickly check it. Here's my vertex. My vertex is at -8, 0. And so here's my h and my k. For this, because it's opening to the right, it would be an x equals equation. So this would be x minus h is equal to y minus k squared. And so I can easily plug in my values. This would be x minus a -8 is equal to y minus 0 squared. So this becomes a positive, but when I bring it over to the other side, it's going to end up being x is equal to y squared minus 8, and you can see it's going to match those two. So I know that these are going to be my equations. Now you can look at the signs here. They're opposite for them. So which one's going to match? Something else I'd like you guys to notice. Notice how these two are both equal to, and I have the solid line here. So don't forget, if it has the equal to, it's solid. Where here, strictly greater or strictly less than is going to be dashed. So this is talking about the boundaries. When we say the boundary is included, the boundary is not included. So vocabulary for those still carries over from that previous section we just did. So the next piece then says, or we need to determine which one of these is going to be correct. So I'm going to choose a point. I'm going to pick 0, 0. So I'm going to pick the point 0, 0. I could pick any point I want. I could have picked 0, 10. I could have picked -6, 0, whatever you want. I'm just going to pick 0, 0. And notice how it's not in the shaded region. So this point is going to give me something that is not true. When we talk about our inequalities, this is going to give me something not true. So if I plug this in for my x and y into my equation here, I would have y is something, I don't know what, to my x squared plus 1. So I plug in my values. So 0 is what to 0 squared plus 1. So 0 is what to 1. 0 is what to 1. Okay, so I have two options. 0 can be less than 1, less than or equal to 1, I should say, or it could be greater than or equal to 1. So 0 is less than or equal to 1 is true, but we want it to be not true because it's not shaded in. So that means I would need to have 0 is greater than or equal to 1. I need it to be not true because it's not shaded. So for this case, I would want it to be greater than or equal to, and I'm going to pick this one right here. I'm going to also want to test this piece over here. So let's quickly look at that. If I plug in 0, 0, I would have 0 is less than 0 squared minus 8. 0 is less than negative 8. 0 is not less than negative 8. So again, that's not true. And that's what we're looking for because it's not shaded in. The other way you could have done this is you could have plugged them all into your Desmos and matched the graphs that way. I think that's going to be more work. So again, I'll have something set up for the quiz portion. Today is the assignment. Tomorrow is the quiz. And then we'll go to test review. So sorry about that, you guys. If you have anything else through the day or some type of problem you're just totally stuck on, let me know. All right. Take care, you guys. If you have any questions right now, please ask. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. Take care.